I'm Ellie Drew, your Clairvoyant Researcher. Welcome back to Remember To. In this episode, we are dealing with 13, 14, and 15 of your 21-day practice of the Way of the Lotus Flower. As I was tuning into you when you get this far in the process, immediately there was no question that there are many of you who are sincerely doing this practice where you're starting to reach the breakdown of the ego. The breakdown of the ego, people will start crying. They're like, who am I if I'm not all these things that I've been telling myself that I have been all these years? So if you're in your emotional body, you'll find that maybe your motivation for doing things for others was really because you always liked to get stroked and being told what a good girl or boy you were. For those of you in the mental realm, it's like, no, I'm not going to do this. I don't need to do this. This is for other people to do. It's not for me to do. In the mystery schools, the gift that is oftentimes given first is a skull. So I am bringing in here now the representation of the breakdown of your ego, which is the skull, and I'm going to add it here and put it right by the crystal, because you are now moving in on the big crystal here from the part where you're dirty and you're clogged up and you're not clear, and you're in a transition point here. So some of you are going to want to quit right in the middle of the transition point because you are feeling the death of the ego come up. Remember, what you're aiming for is not the death of the ego, but a shared partnership with your soul aspect and with your physical aspect. So as you start moving to be more clear in the light then, like represented with this big crystal, you are going to have some growing pains. It is normal. Do not engage it very much. Continue to do the practices. Continue to do the reset. So let's get right to it then with the first forgiveness. Remember, this is always in 3 parts. You have to clear before you plant. So let's do the forgiveness work. Remember, you are setting your intention that you are clearing everything away that no longer serves you and holds you back from being your most authentic self, centered, grounded, and appropriate. Let's begin. Oh, we can't begin with the forgiveness? What am I forgetting? Always stop, center, ground. Always, it's the same thing here, okay? So close your eyes, cross your eyes, pull your attention deep within your central channel, and sink your attention down to your lower dantian, your power center, your lower belly. And from your brain stem straight down your spinal cord, feel like you're tethered down very firmly at the sacrum area, right on your sacrum. And then continue straight down with your attention straight down to the earth. Make your connection with the earth spirit guardians of the land where you reside. And draw your attention up that line to the center of your heart chakra, and then continue straight out the crown of your head, and we connect in with our physical sun. This is a radiating source of energy that can always renew you. And draw your attention straight down the crown and lock it together like 2 magnets coming together with the earth energy and the solar energy right in the center of that heart chakra. And breathe your heart chakra as we call in the guides now. We call in our guides close to us. Show us in concrete and delightful ways that you are in my life so that I know without doubt I am not alone or without clear guidance. In this one, I'm feeling like you need a hug, truly. So feel like you can invite in your special guides, have your animal friends come and join you. If you feel like you want to invite in your ancestral lines, of course do that to join with you. And set your own prayers of intention now. We begin with the first forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Lock yourself down now. With a sincere heart, I forgive myself for anything I may have said, done, or avoided doing that caused real or perceived harm to myself or others in this lifetime and in all lifetimes, in this dimension and in all dimensions. From the deepest part of my being, say with me now 3 times, I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. Say it now. Breathe out. In through the nose. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And release. Ha into your spirit flame. Ha. Deep breath in. And release. Ha. Deep breath in. Smile. Release. Ah. Continue to breathe now as we clear the body aspect. We just cleared the soul field. Let's clear the body aspect. Body, mind, and emotion, I command and demand to keep the wisdom I have gained, and I command and demand to release all pain patterns, perceptions, memories, and stress out of my system. Say it now. Breathe out. Breathe in. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and release. Ha. Deep breath in. And release. Ha. Deep breath in. Smile. And release. Ah. Move your spine now. Pat yourself down if you need to. Use your sound if you need to. That helps to clear some of that energy. And as I'm feeling into you, I'm feeling a tenderness within you starting to come out now. And there feels like there's an uncertainty. Well, if I'm clearing away everything that's held me back from being my most authentic self, then who am I? So I'm going to tell you who you are. You are a hybrid species of 2 completely different agendas and prime directives. Your physical aspect has a star seed that came down, that is a joined star seed that came out of eminence to create from your genetic line. It looks like a walnut with 2 halves, and it created your brain. And the little strands that I see hanging down off of there created your physical nervous system, your spinal cord. And so that spinal cord has a physical aspect, but also an energetic aspect. And you want to make sure that that physical and energetic aspect is locked down on your sacrum. That's where they're locked down. But then you have this other aspect, this higher aspect. It is a pure starseed directly from eminence that is your drop of love that is talked about in the I Am Love poem. And that drop of love rides, remember, anything that is light is form. So you are not at your true self light. Your drop of love has no form at all. It comes out and it has to have carriers of light for you to experience and express in. And it comes right here. It goes down the central channel and it lodges right here in your high heart area, and it sits cradled in the center of your heart chakra. Its tails go down to your power in lower dantian, And then at the back of your sacrum, those tails can meet up with the tails of your physical intelligence. And so just like a mirror, they can communicate. How do you lose your communication? Fear. Reject fear. My communicators are constantly telling me, reject fear, because what happens if you engage in fear is that your soul aspect is always ready to stay there with you, but your personality aspect, your physical aspect, starts to curl away. And this is when you become untethered, and some of the information that I shared with you in Remember. You are a creative force in partnership with an intelligence that runs your physical aspect and with a higher aspect that is your higher aspect, your higher self, your soul pod, your heart pod. It's for you to create the life and the world that we want to live in. It's not from someone, it is not for someone in an authoritarian way to tell you what to do. We truly are moving from a God concept that is authoritarian and telling us what to do, which is completely false teachings, into the God concept where you are one with the field and you are here to create and dance your life. So in order for you to do that, you must be your most authentic self. And you must listen to what wants to sing and dance through you. So don't ever let anyone tell you you can't do that, because that is false. Absolutely false. So as you continue to go through this, remember, you are clearing away some of the fear that you have, but in truth, you are not disconnecting from your physical body. You are locking down into your power with your intelligence of your physical body, and you are standing up in partnership with your higher self. And so together you dance this life. The soul aspect that has no clue how to be here, it's very innocent and sweet and carries the 5 songs of creation: abiding love, joy, wonder, inspiration, gratitude. And your physical, biological entity that knows how to get things done around here. And so whatever you want to create, it must be a partnership. It's called the sacred partnership. It's what you are looking for if you are ever looking for your soul mate. It's not another person. That is a false teaching. Your soul mate resides right inside of you. You just need to clear up the ego aspect, the body aspect, so it can match up and you can communicate together. It makes sense, yes? Of course. All right, let's move on to the second forgiveness now. Ask others to forgive you. Wow, I'm so happy that I gave you that lecture that just came through right now, because as I'm settling in, tuning into your systems, I'm feeling like, okay, I know who I am now. I know what I'm going to do. Let's clear this thing out. Let me get locked into my power and into that sacred partnership. So I feel some excitement and I feel resolve also. That is excellent. All right, the second forgiveness then, for number 13, 14, and 15. All right, here we go. With a sincere heart, I ask others to forgive me for anything I may have said, done, or avoided doing that caused real or perceived harm to them or their loved ones. In this lifetime and in all lifetimes, in this dimension and in all dimensions. From the deepest part of my being, say with me 3 times now, I ask others to forgive me. Begin. I ask others to forgive me. I ask others to forgive me. I ask others to forgive me. Say it now. Breathe out. All the way out. Breathe in through the nose. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and release. Ha. Breathe it in. And release. Ha. Breathe it in. Smile. Release. Ah. Move your spine now while we clear the body, mind, emotion aspect. Body, mind, and emotions, I command and demand to keep the wisdom I have gained and release all pain patterns, perceptions, memories, and stress out of my system. Say it now. Breathe out. Deep breath in. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release to your spirit flame. Ha. Breathe it in. And release. Ha. Breathe it in through the nose. Smile and release. Ah. Move the spine now. If you need to pat yourselves down, use sound. Move your system around now. You want to make sure you've got all that communication of that new information going out through your spinal cord and informing your organs, informing your cellular memory. Continue to do deep breathing. And now let's move to the third, forgiveness. Forgive others. Lock yourselves down here. Make sure you've got your emotional aspects locked down. Good. With a sincere heart, I forgive others in this lifetime and in all lifetimes, in this dimension and in all dimensions, for anyone who knowingly or unconsciously caused unnecessary harm to me and those I care most about, others in my country or the community, the people and animals of this world, the people all over this world, our precious Mother Earth. From the deepest part of my being, say with me 3 times now, I forgive you. Begin. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you now. Breathe out. And breathe in. In through the nose. Deep, 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 deep. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and clear. Ah. Deep breath in through the nose. Hold and release. Ha. Deep breath in through the nose. Smile. Release. Ah. Move your spine as we immediately now go to quickly clear the physical field so it does not reinfect your soul field. Begin. Body, mind, and emotion, I command and demand to keep the wisdom I have gained and release all pain patterns, perceptions, memories, and stress out of my system. Say it now. Breathe out. In through the nose. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and release. Ha. Deep breath in. Make sure you're getting your breaths proper or you're not unhooking your hooks. So make sure you do the ha out is as important as the in. Go. Ha. Deep breath in. Smile and release. Ah. Deep breaths in now. Continue some nice deep breaths. Go ahead and make your noise now. Move your spine. Get up, pat yourself down if you need to. Some of you might feel like you want to shout out like, ha! That happens very frequently in the sacred forgiveness ceremonies at conferences. So if you feel like that, let it out. It's your system trying to release energy. Sometimes it'll release it as a giggle, crying, celebration, or just, I just want to scream. So that's fine. But now we are going to move into those releasing vows and promises that no longer serve you. And I want you to stand up for this, get in that good martial arts stance. And when you get into a good martial arts stance, that means you are locked down in your power at that sacrum. Pull down your threads that are activating into your lower dantian, your power station. Say this with all the sincerity that you can, and visualize aspects of yourself literally coming back to you so that you can integrate with your whole self. Remember I told you the story of Homer, who was with us until 40 days after his physical death. Two big bright beings showed up and said they were taking Homer with us. And remember, when Homer came back, he was now one of these big bright beings because he had integrated with his whole self. So that's the goal. You don't want to have to die to integrate with your whole self. And I can tell you as a psychic medium, I have not seen many people on the other side integrating with their whole self. That is actually very rare that I'm seeing that. So we want to be able to get your ascension body in a really good place now so that you are whole and present now. Because if you can get whole and present now, that is what is going to help transform this entire consciousness on this planet and this world. And then when we get to remember 3, we're going to have some real power to push. So use the visualization, however works for you, to release yourself from all vows and promises that no longer serve you, even if it doesn't say it when we're in here. That is definitely the intention of this. Begin. I release myself fully and completely from all vows in any lifetime or dimension that I have made under any circumstance that no longer serve me and keep me unconscious to my whole self. I fully and completely release and free myself from any and all vows I have made to myself. I fully and completely release and free myself from any and all vows I have made to anyone else. I fully and completely release and free myself from any and all vows that I have made to any God, deity, or creator force that no longer serve me. And I fully and completely release and free myself from any and all vows that others have made on my behalf that no longer serve me. I release myself fully and completely from all vows in any lifetime or dimension that I have made under any circumstance that no longer serve me and keep me unconscious to my most authentic self. I command freedom and liberation from my bound up, limited thinking self. Say it now. Breathe out. Breathe in. Let's hold this one for a little bit here. Remember, this is resetting your system with these new statements. Just breathe it out, but continue to breathe in. We are now going to call all aspects of yourself back now. The statement is, I call all aspects of myself back now. I want you to feel like aspects are coming all back to you. Those of you who are clairvoyant, see it coming back. Feel it, know it, claim it. Begin. I call all aspects of myself back now. Again. I call all aspects of myself back now. Again. I claim all aspects of myself back now. Next statements. I command and demand wholeness now. Begin. I command and demand wholeness now. Again. I command and demand wholeness now. Again. I command and demand wholeness now. And I vow to live only in the present moment as my most authentic self, centered, grounded, and appropriate. Say it. I command it. Say it. I demand it. Say it. I claim freedom now. Breathe out. Deep breath in, as deep as you can until it almost hurts. And hold, resetting your system now. 5, 6, 7, 8, and release to your spirit flame. Ha. Deep breath in. And release. Ha. Deep breath in. Smile. Release. Ah. For some reason, I'm getting for us now to clear the body field. So there must have been something that shifted in the field. So let's do that immediately. Body, mind, and emotion, I command and demand to keep the wisdom I have gained in all these vows through all lifetimes that I have made. And I command and demand to release all pain patterns, perceptions, memories, and my ignorance of making these vows. I free myself from my own ignorance. Say it now. Breathe out. Deep breath in. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and release. Ha. Breathe it in. And release. Ha. In through the nose. Smile. Release. Ah. Move your spine. Make sure that information gets circulated through your whole system. If you want to have sound that helps to clear your space, move your spine. Let that communication go through. And now we are to the fun part. We've created that vacuum of clearing. Our garden is getting more and more beautiful. It's getting organized. I'm starting to see in my imaging now pathways for you to walk through your mind. So I'm feeling that your minds are less tangled, less confused. So that clarity of mind, continue to use that anytime you feel like you need to for clarity of mind. Let's see what else I'm feeling in your systems. Oh, some of you have already got some money stories to share. That's exciting. Please make sure you do share those stories with your friends and have them join you in this process. Exciting. Remember when you're doing relationships, it's your relationship with yourself for magical relationships, your pets, the home or the place where you live, other people. You know, oftentimes we think relationships always mean external. But the most important relationship you have is internal. That with your physical aspect and your soul aspect in that sacred partnership. I'm just being told that that is the purpose of the traditional prayer position. It is an acknowledgement of your physical, body, mind, and emotion aspect, and your soul aspect as they join together in the sacred partnership. That's beautiful, and a brand new teaching that's coming right now. So let's do our manifesting. Stand up, be in a good martial arts stand. We will begin with I command and demand a magical life. Remember, you are not commanding and demanding eminence or God or the force. You are commanding and demanding your body, mind, and emotion to align to these energy waves that are out there. And with you aligning to these energy waves, it's actually making that energy wave a bigger potential for everyone. So as you do your work As you anchor these statements in, you are changing your vibrational frequency in real and practical ways so that you begin matching up to these big energy waves. I command and demand a magical life. 2, 3, 4, now. Begin. I command and demand a magical life. 2, 3, 4, now. Remember, you're doing an isometric move. I command and demand a magical life. 2, 3, 4, now. Again, I command and demand a magical life. 2, 3, 4, now. Remember, we're doing it 3 times for your X, Y, and Z axis. I command and demand, oh, you know, we didn't do I'm always lucky last time. Oh, yeah, we got to do that one. All right, let's do that one right now. I am always lucky. 2, 3, 4, always. Begin. I am always lucky. 2, 3, 4, always. Again. I am always lucky. 2, 3, 4, always. I am always lucky. 2, 3, 4, always. Good. Magical relationships. Begin. I command and demand magical relationships. 2, 3, 4, now. Again. I command and demand magical relationships. 2, 3, 4, now. Again. I command and demand magical relationships. 2, 3, 4, now. Make sure you're always doing nice deep breaths in between these. Magical opportunities. Begin. I command and demand magical opportunities. 2, 3, 4, now. Again, I command and demand magical opportunities. 2, 3, 4, now. Again, I command and demand magical opportunities. 2, 3, 4, now. Deep breaths. Let's do the health one and then the money one. The health one is I command and demand health in my body, health in my mind, and health in my emotions now. Begin. I command body, mind, and emotion. I command and demand health in my body, health in my mind, health in my emotions. 2, 3, 4, now. Again. I command and demand health in my body, health in my mind, health in my emotions. 2, 3, 4, now. Again, I command and demand health in my body, health in my mind, health in my emotions. 2, 3, 4, now. Breathe. That helps to set that into your system. Helps to set you on those frequency paths that align you to this. I want my own money now. Let's do it. Begin. I want my own money. 2, 3, 4, now. Again. I want my own money. 2, 3, 4, now. Again, I want my own money. 2, 3, 4, now. Ooh, wow. I can tell that a lot of you have got a lot more room in you as we're manifesting for the money. A lot more room. Some of you, let's see what percentage, I would say about 15% of you, it's like you're making more room inside of yourself, but then you're running into a wall. And what you need to know is a manifesting principle that I will be sharing with you in Remember 3. 1, the biggest intention field wins. So make sure that when you're doing this work, you make it count. And 2, pay attention here. This field is neutral. What you put into the field, it responds back to you. in equal manner. If you are putting into the field some limitation on you making money because your mind is constricted in reality thinking, and you have made an agreement that money is hard, or I have to get an education, or I don't have money for the education, or whatever your mind is telling you, I can tell you that whatever your mind is telling you is a lie. It is only an agreement that you have made. You can pull it out of your software and put it in the garbage. Reality is what you claim and name with power using the geometric formula for transformation. When you tell your system the frequencies that you want to match up with, it will match you up. Don't worry. I will tell you all kinds of stories in Remember 3 about how you can free your mind, how the manifestation process works, the 5 steps of what you need. For right now, though, just remember that what you are seeing externally in your life and the limitations your own mind puts on you is not truth. It is only a reflection of what you yourself have been putting into the field. If you put into the field limitation, the field is neutral. You're telling it what you want, and the field responds back with that limitation. If you put into the field that there is no limitation, then the response back you get is no limitation. When I started finding out about metaphysical information and found out that, oh, well, you're only supposed to be clairvoyant, or you're only supposed to be clairaudient, or you're only supposed to be one of these things. No, I was hidden. I was told not to study, to always go in, not to study externally to myself, not to look out there, because when you're going out there, you're looking in the wrong direction. You need to go in there, sit with your questions, ask your questions, get clarity. But as we're doing the manifesting piece, now it's for you firmly anchoring into these higher frequencies naturally. So if you have anger or frustration that you want to use it when you're saying these prayers to lock yourself down to what you want. So always in your thoughts, always what you energize with emotion, make sure you are energizing what you want and you are not energizing what you don't want. Because I clearly feel about 15% of you in the field, you have been limiting yourself, and you don't need to limit yourself. So let's do another one now that I'm going to add to this one, and we'll end with this one. And it's one where you're going to fill in the blank. This one spontaneously came to me when I was doing Lotus Flower retreats, and we would always say prayers for people, that their way became clear, that they had the finances and the time off that they needed. And the clearest one that came through spontaneously is, I command and demand that all obstacles be removed from, and here's your fill in the blank. At that time, I filled in the blank with anyone who has a sincere desire to attend any of my events. And so I want you now to just take a moment and think through something where you might want to fill in the blank. It might be, I command and demand that all obstacles be removed from getting a new job, moving to somewhere, being able to attend an event, selling your home. It can even deal with, show me and clear all the obstacles from how you hold yourself back about money. So take a moment, think about what you want to fill the blank in with. I'm going to do the same. So I am going to clear away all obstacles to be removed from you getting this information to transform your life. All right, let's begin. So the statement is, I command that all obstacles be removed from, and I'll pause while you fill in your own blank, and then when I feel it, you're ready, I'll say now. We'll do it 3 times. Okay, just a second. Some of you are like, I'm not ready. I don't know what to do. Okay, so then for you, I would say, I command and demand that all obstacles be removed from anything that holds you back from being your most authentic self. 2, 3, 4, now. Okay? All right, let's begin. I command and demand all obstacles be removed from, fill in the blank now. Go now. Again, I command and demand that all obstacles be removed from, fill in the blank. Go now. Again, I command and demand that all obstacles be removed from. Go now. Breathe out. Breathe in. Really get that breath going because that's resetting your system. In and out. Good job, and some good new teachings that came through with for us also. Oh, not this one. We are doing this one. The I Am Love poem. I am hoping that you are enjoying this I Am Love poem. I have had so many people send me stories about how every day they read this I Am Love poem in their meditation time as their only meditation. They'll take one of the three lines and they'll just work with that one until they feel like they've really integrated. Work with another 3 lines, really integrating it in and how it's completely transformed them. So let's do the I Am Love poem. Just go into that sweet place inside of you. This is acknowledging now your soul aspect and how it comes to reside in the center of light, which is your physical body, remember. With your heart, the only true teacher, that heart that we are always talking about is your true self, your soul aspect. You ride the light until it fades. That's why we always have a candle on here, because the candle eventually will fade, just like the life force energy of your physical body will fade. I am love, a drop from the eternal ocean. I come from love, I return to love. I am love. My drop of love catches a ride on a spark of light. I come to experience, to create in this playground of emanation. The light, my container, a powerful tool, a body with thought and feeling, allows me Earth's precious experience. My drop resides in the center of light, with my heart the only true teacher. I am love, riding the light until it fades. Lost in the trappings of the mind, attached to the illusions of experience, I sometimes forget I am love's perfection. But when I leave this experience of riding the light, I return to love's embrace, to remember I have always been love. I release the illusion of imperfection, for I am love. I come from love. I return to love. I am love. Good job, everyone. Many blessings to you as you clear yourself. Please don't be in a panic as you find the death of your ego transition piece. Once you get through to the other side of this, you will have a liberation within yourself that is like nothing you have ever known before. You can do this. Just stick with it. Don't let yourself be talked out of it by your own mind or your own emotions. Just keep sticking to the work so that you can be liberated into your own personal sovereignty in that perfect relationship between your body, your mind, your emotions, and your soul aspect, the sacred partnership. I am Ellie Drew, your clairvoyant researcher. I am so thrilled to have you on this journey. Until next time, blessings.